Pynk ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmi Pynk, and ding dong, the witch is dead. Hallelujah. Okay, so first things first, I gotta get out of some of this geesh because I can't talk to y'all. I can't see. This hat is gonna fall off at any goddamn moment. So while we doing that, why don't we go ahead and do the looks goes as follows. I'm gonna try to keep the hat on. As long as it can. Like, I made this bitch. Y'all gotta see this shit up close. I made this shit out of a visor, foam, fabric, and some rhinestones and stones, and a dollar store badge. You can't handle this. So anyway, let's just all take a moment to celebrate that Alexis Michelle is finally the fuck out the competition. And that gets the slow clap of the episode. So, I really can't wait to get into the runway, and because everybody has 3 looks, I don't want the video to be any longer than it needs to be. So let's just run through the episode real quick. So, you know, the mini challenge is Everyone Loves Puppets, which is my favorite mini challenge. It is, my favorite mini challenge of all of them. So, I was excited. I thought everybody did really well. Alexis was the weakest, but she even still has some funny reads. I am going to say this. I don't think that Sasha was the funniest. They were all good, but when they said Sasha was the winner, I can't tell y'all who I thought should have won, but I was like, it wasn't Sasha. I'm going to tell you who should have won. Who had the best read. Was it Peppermint that said Alexis girl and she came back down and that puppet had that green paint? Bitch, that slayed my whole life. It really, really, really did. So, they get cast and their production number is a rhythmic gymnastics routine, which I will tell you this, I don't know if it's because of the ribbons. I don't know if it's because Sasha wasn't a great leader. But there's always a production number in front of the ball. And I've seen near disasters in rehearsal before. That was the worst production number before the ball that I've ever seen. That was, y'all got this, I said it on Twitter. If you had Get in Shape Girl, bitch, I said, oh, hold on. And I ain't even got, listen, I don't even have a real one. This motherfucker is made out of foil. It ain't that motherfucking difficult. It was too much choreo where they didn't even have the ribbons fucking up. They was just had them in their hand next to her. But anyway, so the looks. Let's talk about these looks. Let's just get right on into it because everybody knows the runway is the best part. So, we have Rainbow, She Better Do, because this is the gayest ball ever. So, everything was supposed to be associated with gay pride. I got Rainbow, She Better Do. I got the Village People. Sexy Unicorn. Are unicorns gay? Okay, whatever. So, I'm going to, all the girls were in the same order every time they came out. But I'm going to go in the order of the categories. So, Rainbow, She Better Do. Shea Coulee, I like the look. I love the fact that it was graffiti. Like, the judges, all stuff that like I was paying attention to, like the judges were actually good this week. Like, I don't know if it's maybe because we had so many girls, they wasn't showing full critiques like they usually do. But the judges, these are the judges I'm used to on Drag Race. They were pretty much on point. So, you had Shay, which I did love the look. However, I said, this is the gayest ball of all time. You were supposed to do rainbow. You did colorful. You didn't do rainbow. There's a difference. Rainbow is red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple. Or sometimes they may use pink instead of red and turquoise instead of royal blue. And not turquoise, Alexis. Anywho. So, but the dress was basically pink. It was pastel colors. It was dope. But I'm like, that's not rainbow, honey. Okay, so then Sasha. Now, oh yeah, it's coming. So the challenge is rainbow she better do. So apparently you went to rainbow and bought some solid color basics and just wore them all together. Which makes sense because to me, all you look like was basic and solid colors. Here's the thing. Oh, see, I told y'all the hat was going to go. The hat was going to go. I knew it was. So, here's the thing. Therefore, I can still maintain I look like a cop. When I think rainbow, in all honesty, I went from Sasha, who was too basic, to Alexis, that was too damn literal. And it was so funny because the judge, literally, like the judge that was the model, literally said that. She was like, that was just too literal. Here's my thing. When I think rainbow, especially, and I'm thinking pride. Okay. Let me break it down to you like this. We used to, where I live at, we used to have a African-American festival that lasted for like 3 days. No different than Pride or probably, an Italian festival. If you're part of that community, you gonna represent. So, of course, people was wearing like kente cloth, African things, the historical black colleges, like different things like that. I will never forget this. I was 10 years old, and even then I knew that shit was basic. It was 3 girls. They all had on black shorts. But one had on a black hat, a red shirt, and green socks. One of them had on a green hat, a red shirt, and black socks. And one of them had on... I said, okay, I understand y'all want to wear red, black, and green, but there was a better way to do that. All 3 of y'all together, why don't you just wear red, and why don't you just wear black, and why don't you just wear green? Like, that shit was basic. And immediately when I saw Sasha, that's what I went to. You want to wear rainbow, so I'm going to wear a yellow shirt, a red skirt, some blue shoes, some green gloves. Like, really, bitch? And then, if you was going to have the audacity to do it like that, bitch, you look like a Lego set. You look like the traditional Lego set. Because all you had on was red, yellow, blue, green. I'm glad you had that house on your head. Was it a schoolhouse? Yeah, I'm shading the fuck out of Sasha for that. Because Sasha is so talented and so creative and so fashion forward that I cannot believe that's what she came up with for Rainbow. And I was disappointed. Moving on to Alexis. Way too literal. Now, I'm here for a good old, if we doing a pride look and we going rainbow, let's go rainbow. I'm here for it. However, at what point did you decide I'm going to have the bodysuit, the skirt, the leggings, the wrap around my head, all be rainbow stripe? Who does that and think that that's okay? Like, literally. And I'm going to give a shout out to Maddie Rance and Jamar84, but I think it's Maddie that said it. Them is my people. There ain't a whole bunch of us black drag race reviewers online. Them is my good Judies over there. I think Maddie said this a couple weeks ago. When I seen Alexis's promo picture, I was like, this bitch is in it to motherfucking win it. She gonna be a bad bitch. And then she got on the season and I wasn't impressed with shit. But this right here, how do you know to have on that yellow gown with and everything so coordinated perfectly? How, when you did the white challenge, how do you, even though all you was wearing was black dresses and blonde wigs, how do you think that it's okay to just be in rainbow stripe from head to toe? I just can't. I'm just like, I would say that looked like a little kid's dance costume. But I took dance class up until the time from 4 to 12. My niece took it from 4 to 16. Or 4 to 15. And she 18 now. I see what dance costumes look like now. No, they don't even look like nobody's dance costume. I don't know what the fuck that was. I can't even put on the shade glasses. I can't even snap the fan because there is no read for that. It was just fucking terrible. There ain't no read for that. No shade, no tongue pop, no flick of the wrist with the fan. It was just terrible. I don't even have a read for that. Like, I just don't know what convinces anybody to put that together and say, I'm going to go in front of anybody, let alone a national motherfucking stage, with that shit on. I don't fucking get it. So that was very disappointing because we know Alexis is basic. We all wanted Alexis to go home. But you just said at the beginning of the episode, I really need to step my pussy up. This is top 5. I got to get on my shit. And then you thought to take some goddamn performance fabric. Shout outs to all my drag queens that make shit and my cosplayers. We know a motherfucking performance fabric. You decided to just take some fucking rainbow stripe performance fabric and make a skater skirt and a bodysuit and a unitard. I can't. Alright, so... Well, okay, yeah, I got it sometime. Trinity, I think the judges did her dirty because I really liked Trinity's. The wig could have been better. I could have seen some more drama with the wig or a headpiece or something. But whereas, in comparison to everybody else, quick rundown, Shay didn't have on rainbow at all. Sasha looked like a set of Legos. Or the crayons you get when they got the kids meal and they give you crayons and it's only 4 and the colors is red, yellow, blue, and green. So, again, not rainbow. And Alexis being too much. I thought Trinity basing it in black to let the colors pop was kind of fucking genius. Like, yeah, it was another bodysuit. I mean, but... You know, to quote Bianca Del Rio, I wore the same dress for an entire season and I won. You know, she called the tuck. She's going to wear bodysuits. But I think they gave her a bad rap because I really liked it. And then Peppermint, to me, I'm also going to say she was literal, but she was literal in the good way. Where Alexis was literal in all the wrong ways, Peppermint was literal in all the right ways. I was like, when I think of it's going to be a drag queen on a float at Gay Pride, that's the outfit I see. And it's probably because I've seen it. Or something similar to it. But that was the challenge. And it was perfect. So, and she looked good. It fit right. I didn't mind the aqua wig with it. The aqua wig was styled right. I was okay with it. Okay, so now that we took a long time on that because I went in on Sasha and Alexis so much. So let's get into these unicorns, which I'm not going to talk much about because, honey, Sasha redeemed herself on this one and I don't really see nobody else's unicorn to talk about. But I'm going to anyway. So, Shay, I was disappointed because how many times you going to do black fetish? Oh, okay, you put a unicorn horn on it? That's nice. I've seen you in black fetish. This is the 3rd time this season. And I can't not believe Michelle Visage did not clock her on that. I cannot believe she didn't. Sasha, like I said, Sasha's was everything. That good Shakespearean look to it, and the unicorn horn, like she had attacked, so it had like blood on the tip. And just doing, you know, just this white and the furry boot. I was here for it. I was here for it. The sleeve, like the costume was gorgeous. I was here for Sasha's on that one. Alexis. So we have the purple unitard, the silver holographic one from last week, and now we have a gold one, same fucking unitard. The only thing I will give Alexis, and she got that from Fifi O'Hara, she was the only one that this is the time that she was literal, and I think that she was the most literal with it because she actually had hooves. And I thought that was dope. But maybe you should have spent a little bit more time on the bodysuit than the hooves. Trinity, the same thing as Shay. Oh, you got on a slashed up bodysuit. We've seen this from you. And clearly these are colors that she likes because I want to say them blues and purples is where she live at because we've seen that color. But she was giving me a little bit of Rarity from My Little Pony tees with the purple hair, and the bodysuit was white with like a purple and pink, and then like her fur was purple and pink. So I was like, I think that's a reference, bitch. I should tweet you and find out. But did anybody else get Rarity tees from that? I'm like, I think that was a reference, bitch. And then Peppermint, I actually liked Peppermints, but unfortunately the fit was not constructed well. But I actually did like Peppermints. I thought she was the only one that was clever. Like, unicorns are animals. They're furry. She actually had a furry body. Like, I thought that was actually clever. Which is something, if Alexis would have did that with the hooves, I probably would have liked hers the best. Just simply because it was supposed to be a unicorn. And it was like, okay, the rest of y'all just had on a look and put a horn on. She actually dressed up like a unicorn. So I think maybe if she would have did something with fur, oh, God, and then when she did, I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I think this episode might be long. Let's get into this village, people. Shay was giving me all of the life. When she was talking about she wanted to do like a Vivienne Westwood patchwork, and I'm like, a patchwork skirt? But when she turned it into the cape she had on, and Alexis was trying to read her for that, like, what is a wife beater? Construction workers don't wear that. Are you fucking kidding me? She had on that wife beater. She had made that plaid collar. She had on that cape. She had on them. So clever. I would have not even thought of that. And that was so clever to do the yellow helmet and make it glittery. And then she had on the yellow glittery boots with the old school. So it was just perfection. I can't even front. And then she had her hair wrapped up with the plaid. With the that and the yellow lipstick. Bitch. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like I said, I wasn't really impressed with nobody's unicorn look but Sasha's. But for real, Shay deserved that. The only thing I will say, I thought Trinity was going to win. The only thing I will say, well, I'll get to it in a minute. Let me go through the rest of the looks. Sasha Velour, they were gagging over this. And I said, bitch, where is that a cowboy? Where is that a cowboy? She had on a Pharrell Arby's hat. She had on some separates that was made out of bandana material with some cow print collar and cuffs. That did not read cowboy to me at all. Now, if the theme was Western, sure. But the village people are very specific archetypes. A little bit of history, and I thought that's why this was kind of a cool challenge. The archetypes, the six men in the village people were supposed to be at that, which was at that time, I still never understood how they got Native American, but those were supposed to be the 6 most masculine archetypes. Okay? And that's why they picked them. So I thought it was kind of cool that they turned it on its ear and said, make it feminine. I thought that was dope. But with that being said, if she would have did that for the challenge when Magnolia Crawford got hold down, I'd have been like, bitch, slay. But for Cowboy, no. Alexis, I'm gonna just save her for last. Trinity, my sister in Fighting Crime. I loved this look. I really, really, really did. I'm not even, look, let me put the shade glasses and the fan away because I'm not even about to be shady. I loved this look. That shit looked high fashion. I could see Rihanna wearing that to the Met Gala. I loved it. However, just because it has some patches up here in the corner and a badge on the visor, the shit didn't read cop to me. I wasn't buying it, but the judges was, and that's what counted. Like I said, I loved the outfit. So I'm like, this is not shade. It just didn't read cop. So if I'm going to read Sasha for what she did, I got to read Trinity for what she did too. Peppermint's biker, I was fucking here for it. First of all, I like a little fetish, a little biker myself. In fact, I was almost going to do the biker, but because I did when I did the review with the scorpion look, that's a lot of my faux leather. I'm like, well, I don't want to bitch out and just wear a leather jacket and say it's a biker, but that was most of my faux leather because the skirt, the gloves, I even have like a thing, it's mostly my bra, but like it's even a thing underneath that you couldn't see because of the yellow scars, and that was faux leather. So, I'm here for it. Peppermint, bitch, you did that, and you could tell she was getting her life. Because she walked that runway when she had that on, bitch, do you hear me? And I think that also translated over to the lip sync. Now, the reading rainbow is open. Alexis Michelle. First of all, where would you ever think a corset and a wrap skirt was high fucking fashion? Where did you think, once you looked around the workroom and seen what everybody else was coming up with, did you think that your outfit was appropriate? When did you think that it was okay? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just wear this shake and go wig. When did you think, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw a fucking crossbow on my head. When did you think, you know what? These little biscuit shoes got a little fringe on them. I'm going to wear them. Bitch, when did you think anything that you had on was up to motherfucking par? And then you have the motherfucking gall, the audacity, the motherfucking nerve to say my look is more fashionable than Trinity's or Peppermint's. I tell you, where the fuck do you get off? And honey, if that's what you dress like, never, because who the fuck would holler at you in that? I mean, for real. So, I'll keep the glasses on, because I'm about to, no, I'll take the glasses off. I'm about to be shady. I'll just leave the fan out. It's getting a little warm in here anyway. So, riddle me this. First of all, in what sweet gay land of Oz, both here and abroad, is a corset and a wrap skirt considered a costume? Where? Let's talk about that you picked probably the most colorful, the funnest, the most elaborate of the Village People. I mean, seriously. The reason why because that was the first one, when they said, when I found out what the thing was, because I do my costumes a week in advance. Once I find out what the category is, I start working on my costume. I said, man, I don't really want to do none of them but the Native American. But we live in a different society now, and I feel like that's insensitive to do. So I'm not going to do that. Plus, to tell you the truth, that would also be the most expensive one to do too. But at the same time, bitch, you on Drag Race. They gave you shit. You wasn't paying for none of that. Had I been on Drag Race and they'd have gave me all the shit to do to Native American, you goddamn right that's which one I'm doing. This is a fucking competition. That is the one that should have stood out the fucking most. You got feather headdresses. You got dream catchers. You got all the gorgeous turquoise, not turquoise, jewelry. And, oh my God. You could have borrowed Shay's motherfucking Naomi Campbell wig and just did that long parted down the middle, long hair, bitch. I'm sure she would have let you borrow it. You should have slayed that you ain't never seen. Bitch, you gay. Bitch, you gay. And you a Broadway queen. Bitch, you seen Cher's half-breed video. You seen when Cher's performed that. I done went to that as a motherfucking staple. How fucking dare you? You have fucking offended me. Not because it's racially insensitive, because it ain't personal, it's drag, and you put together some bullshit, and you literally had the best shit to pick from. Let's run it down. Nobody picked the soldier. I was almost going to do the soldier. Because I'm like, for me, who does their costumes in $10 to $25 a week, I'm going with, okay, what do I already have the basis of? What can I already work with? I was going to do the soldier because I was like, okay, I can get me some camouflage fabric, blah, 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 blah. And I scrapped it. But really, it ain't much else. What else can you really do with a soldier but camouflage it up? Put some shit like this on it. Like, I'm like, it's not, you know. So I see why nobody did that one, based on what everybody else picked. The Leatherman. Who doesn't want to do black leather and S&M? Like, honey. But if you're somebody like Shay, and she ended up doing it anyway because she did it for her and Trinity both. I'm like, okay, y'all didn't pick the Leatherman, but y'all both did Leatherman gigs in different categories. Y'all still did it. So I can see why somebody would want to stay away from that, because that may be a look that you've already done. The cowboy. Denim. Plaid. Straw. Cowboy hat. The cop. Blue. Badges. You know. The construction worker. Plaid. Jean shorts. Hard hat. The Native American. Feathers. Beads. Suede. Pelts. Fur. Oh yeah, and then you had the audacity to have on the fur shawl. Like, no, you needed the fur. There was that Trinity that had on the fur that it was like kind of almost like a rug because it was jagged. If you was going to do Native American, you can't have on a motherfucking stall. Like, it's the 40s. You can't have on a Jinx Monsoon. I said stole. You can't have on a fake fur stole. Bitch, that had to just be like some fur. Like, it needed to look like it was native. It needed to look a little savage. You literally had the funnest shit. You had the shit, bitch. If any of them other girls, even though Peppermint is not good at construction, even though Sasha said she wasn't good at construction, any of them other girls would have got the Native American, they'd have turned that bitch out. You know why? Because they're drag queens. You're a cross-dressing musical actor. Sorry about it. Now, Shay wins. Here's where I come with that. Between Shay and Trinity and where I was leaning. Because they both had missteps in one of the categories, I felt like. Shay, I thought was going to be a problem, really in all honesty, because how is this a gay ball in this rainbow and you don't wear rainbow? So I thought that was going to hurt her. It didn't. I thought the cop was going to hurt Trinity because it didn't read cop. But like I said, I didn't buy it, but the judges did, and that's who count. Love the look. That might have been, I don't know if that was my favorite look of the night. It might have been. It might have been my favorite look of the night now that I'm thinking about it. But it didn't read cop to me. So, either way, those were my tops. Honestly, I thought Peppermint was going to win. Because I thought going for what the categories were, she was very literal with the challenge. And even though the unicorn wasn't executed perfectly, like I said, I love Trinity's rainbow. They hated it. Shay's wasn't even rainbow. You know, so it was just, at this point, it's top 5 is nitpicking. Well, it's nitpicking after Alexis Michelle. Yeah, it's nitpicking after that. She was just fucking garbage. But, the lip sync. So I knew Alexis was in the bottom. Was not 100% sure who was going to be in the bottom with her. I was shocked. I thought I don't know why I always say Shay when I mean Sasha. I thought Sasha was going to be in the bottom. Because I did not believe, I was in shock and awe they bought that rainbow shit. I was in shock and awe they bought that. The unicorn was everything. I was in shock and awe they bought that cowboy. And they ate it all up. They ate it all up like an orange flavored donut with rainbow sprinkles. See what I did there? They ate it up. I don't know. Like, I don't think that I don't think that Sasha did better Peppermint. I don't. But at the end of the day, it's not my show. However, and we know they will do some shady shit like this. Do you think that they put Peppermint in the bottom to guarantee that Alexis Michelle will go home? Because we haven't seen Sasha lip sync. We know Peppermint was going to turn the party. We know Trinity can turn the party. We know Shay can turn the party. But you couldn't put Trinity and Shay in the bottom because that would have been outrage. They were clearly the top 2. Quite literally, clearly the top 2. So, do you think that... No, because you know what? Trinity wasn't even the motherfucking top 2. They put Sasha in the fucking top 2, which I don't fucking understand at all. But let's get into this lip sync. Girl, Peppermint was feeling her oats in that motherfucking fetish look. Do you hear me? She was feeling her motherfucking pussy all day. She was feeling her pussy. And I was here for it. It worked with the lip sync. I mean, they was doing Macho Man, which, you know, it's a male voice lip syncing, but they're dressed like ladies. When Alexis Michelle turned around and had on the mustache, I was like, oh, bitch, is you even trying? Cut it out. And she was serving, and Peppermint hit that motherfucking Janet Jackson I said, bitch, slay my life. Whip it and whip it good with your dominatrix outfit on. Whip it, bitch. Whip it real good. That bitch did a wig reveal, and usually I'm not here for a wig reveal on Drag Race no more because the gag is over. Roxy Andrews did it. Roxy Andrews was the originator on Drag Race. She's the first person to do it on Drag Race. I'm sure people have done wig reveals before. Don't come for me. For me, once I've seen it on Drag Race, I'm going to try not to do it again. You know, something that iconic to Drag Race. But the way she did the reveal, what I will say is this. Damn, I'm making all the references. She hit a motherfucking Wonder Woman. Like, she just spent around, came back around, and she had a different hairstyle. I said, bitch, you better do it. Bitch, you better do it. So, Peppermint stayed. Alexis went home. Thank the gay gods. Oh, damn, and I almost forget. I was supposed to say this when I was doing the reading of Alexis. Bitch, did you really again say these girls ain't tell me my look was bad in the workroom? We are top fucking 5. We have 3 fucking outfits to make. You in this competition just like I am. I shouldn't have to motherfucking tell you that your outfit looked bad. But like I said, back in the reading section, back in the reading rainbow, back there, when I said it, when is a fucking corset and a wrap skirt ever a fucking costume? You are in the Olympics of drag. It's like you want to compete for the luge and you brought a motherfucking toboggan. You want to play against Venus and Serena for the gold medal, but you brought a badminton racket. Because that's what you did. What I'm saying is you motherfucking Bush League. As far as this competition goes. And let me tell you this too. And let me get this out before I wrap this up, because this is going to be a long video. Matter of fact. Did I lose the glasses? Okay, I lost the glasses, so we'll just use the fan. For all of you reviewers and you haters that was like, oh, we are so glad because Nina Bonina is gone because she negative. What the fuck do y'all think Alexis Michelle is? Here's the thing. No. Is it pleasant to be around somebody that's down on themselves all the time? It's not. It really isn't. Is it pleasant to be around somebody that complain all the time? No, it's not. It really isn't. But what I'm not going to do is be around somebody that think they shit don't stink and always got a problem. And always, because it's me, and if it ain't me, now I got a problem and I'm going to speak on it. Which one would you rather have there? On top of the fact of, at least Nina was creative. Y'all was okay with all these basic ass looks that Alexis was churning out? Y'all want to talk about Nina's wardrobe was basic and it wasn't up to par, but Alexis was still there? So I say this in the nicest way possible. Fuck you. I don't even know if I should have snapped the fan because that wasn't shade. Just fuck you. And I mean it in the most loving way. You'll know what I mean. Well, first of all, y'all would never see me say fuck you to anybody seriously except for maybe Trump, Pence, Alex Jones. This is, girl, my camera stopped and I don't know when. So let me just wrap this up. Thank you, patrons. Untucked will be late because my niece is graduating tomorrow. And so Untucked review will be up, but it'll be late. Thank you to my patrons. Sexy transitions. Okay, now that we got my patrons' names in the credits, thank y'all. I love y'all so much. Also, if you're not a pink lady or a T-bird, feel free to subscribe by clicking that pink Sailor Moon circle. Also, check out my Patreon. Oh, I do have to say this. If I get 4 more patrons of at least $5, I will do a video where I will do a full drag performance. That is the lip sync, the costuming, and the patrons are actually going to be who votes on what song I perform. So I get 4 more at this point. 4 more of patrons of $5 a month or more. So I want to thank all of you guys once again. Subscribe, check out my Patreon, and also watch some other videos. I better wrap it up because I don't even know why my camera stopped the first time. So, this is...